This little novella was one of the Pulitzer nominees for fiction in 2011. Can't remember who won? Well, that's a trick question because no one did. And yes, it was lame. Still, Train Dreams did attract quite a lot of attention from critics last year, and was named in numerous places as one of the best books of 2011. So, this book is about a day laborer named Robert Grenier, and he's making his way in the Great American West at about the turn of the 20th century. I get a very Steinbeck feel from this book, which isn't all that surprising considering the time and the place. But it's also because of the themes it addresses, about man and nature, and also the nature of man. Nature plays a very important role in this book, so much so that sometimes it feels like nature is its own person-like character, as if it has its own intentions at work in the book. Whether it's intentional or not, nature continually thwarts Grenier's efforts to escape society and live alone off his land. At one point he makes enough money to buy some chickens, but come winter, his family is starving and they have to kill them and eat them. The biggest blow, though, is when Grenier comes back from a long stint at a logging job and finds that the entire mountainside has been ravaged by forest fires and his wife and child are gone. As depressing as it is, this is one of the most beautiful parts of the book. The descriptions of the charred woods elegantly echo Grenier's own heartbreak and loss. Johnson writes, "He climbed to their cabin site and saw no hint, no sign at all of his former life, only a patch of dark ground surrounded by the black spikes of spruce. Everything he loved was lying in ashes around him." But the barren wasteland doesn't last forever, and neither does Grenier's solitude as much as he might like it to. Mushrooms that live off the char begin sprouting up in the ashes, and a dog comes to stay with Grenier as he rebuilds his home. This book is just about one man, but I think the story of rebuilding speaks to something we'd like to believe about Americans in general. That America has a history of struggle and devastation, but that Americans are strong and resilient. Johnson makes it clear that this history is long gone, along with the Western frontier, but perhaps there's still something inside us that can never truly be civilized. Alone in his cabin, Grenier gets the idea that he should teach his dog to howl, because he believes her to be part wolf. But she doesn't really get into it. Grenier, on the other hand, does. Once he starts howling to himself, it feels good, and he keeps at it. So it's not his dog, but Grenier himself who identifies with the wolves. In this way, Train Dreams is really about a push and pull between inner nature and outer nature. We might need civilization and the amenities that protect us from the devastation that Grenier faced. But we'll also never be able to escape our true inner wildness, the parts of us that sometimes feel like howling. So if you feel like you need to howl, just let it out. It's in our nature. That was Train Dreams by Dennis Johnson, and this is Brave Little Books.